just about to put PolarStar version 2 fusion engine into Dave's M&P M4. I've already stripped out the receiver. It took me 5 minutes to do that. It's rear wired. It did have an ASCII MOSFET, and we're ready to drop it in. Okay, we're just putting the PolarStar in now, just making sure the body pin's kept right out of the way so it doesn't jam as we put it in, and the fire selector's in the right place, and hopefully it'll just slot in place. As you can see, the data cable here, which attaches to the fire control unit, or the computer, whatever you want to call it, is shrouded, so that's quite safe. But sometimes the back of these gearboxes are quite sharp, so just make sure that if you are doing one of these yourselves that you route the wiring very carefully, because obviously damaging this wiring is curtains for the fire control unit. The air supply pipe comes down through the pistol grip, and we've just fed that through as normal. The pistol grip fastens on to the bottom of the gearbox frame, as per any other AEG pistol grip. Just going to put the second body pin in now. The first one went in really nice and smooth, so that one doesn't even need tapping with a hammer. Look, that's straight in. That's absolutely fantastic. Just fitting the bolt catch release now, and it's a King Arms, so these do have a function. Now the mag release catch. Before we put the pistol grip on then, we're just going to take off this quick fit pressure union, just to get the pipe through the motor pinion hole in the pistol grip. Okay, we're going to put all the screws in now. It has got 4 screw holes in the gearbox, so I advise putting all 4 screws in, which makes the pistol grip a little bit more stable. Right, so we're going to take the adjustment screw out to allow the feed pipe to go through. Like so. Okay, we're going to put the old screws back in. Then, to make sure any detritus doesn't go up the pipe, I'm going to just push the union straight back on it. It's just simple push fit, like so. So that's it. The fusion engine's in the receiver now, and we're ready to assemble it back into the upper. As soon as we've done that, we'll show you it test firing. We're just putting the mate in the upper and lower receiver now. Everything's lined up, so I'm just going to push it home. Okay, we're just fastening the UBR stock tube on. There's plenty of room at the back of the gearbox and through the stock tube for the control wires to go, fire control wires. I'm just going to tighten that up now. Remember also, the main frame of the PolarStar gearbox has plenty of room to actually take the panel off and reroute the wiring to the front, so it's not a problem at all. Front wiring, it takes literally 5 minutes to change the wiring over. This is the fire control unit. There's the LCD screen that displays your shot situation, and that's the little tiny joystick controller that allows you to select, and we'll show you that in a second. So you connect up the fire controller here. You've only got one way to connect it, and it'll connect that way. Push it in and it clips in, and then we've got the power wire here, which just basically connects like that onto a mini Tamiya, and we can use just a small 7.4 volt LiPo or any other battery really, as long as it's about 7.4 volts to control the fire control unit. Okay, so we've plugged in a 7.4 LiPo battery, and that's lit the LCD display up. Okay, that is now in shoot mode, so we can set it to safe mode where we can do all the programming by just pressing once on the joystick, and there we've got safe mode. Then we've got several different settings that we can scroll through which control how the mech box works. I'm not going into detail on each one because there is too much detail, but suffice to say you can set it to semi and auto, or semi and up to 9 round burst. This is a Firebase regulator. I'll just quickly show you how the valve works. When you screw that right the way out, the pin comes all the way back, and that means that the valve there is closed, so it won't let any air from the bottle through into the regulator. We'll now screw the bottle on, which you can see is pressurised to 2,500 psi, which is a lot, so we've got to just make a note about the safety with high pressure air. You must be careful with it. Okay, but it's perfectly safe if used correctly, like that. So we screw the bottle on, like so. So opening the valve will let some air through into the regulator, which regulates the pressure down from 3,000 fully down and fully open there. That's currently showing about 100 psi. Depending on the site FPS limits and your way that your gun's set up, we can adjust the FPS by adjusting the pressure through the regulator. It comes supplied with an Allen key which we put in there, and we can change the setting so that it brings the pressure up or down. Once the correct FPS has been achieved by firing the gun and testing it, we can lock it out then by simply just putting a tie wrap through, fixing that on, and by doing so you can't then change the FPS. Hopefully your site managers will be happy with that system. That's what everyone else uses. So we're going to remove the temporary dust bung, if you like, and fit on the air union. Again, they're all push fit connections like so, and then we're going to connect the air up. It's now connected up. You can see you've got the pressure in the tank there being regulated down from 2,500 psi down to just over 80. The regulator does take 2,000 to 3,000 shots to actually bed in according to the instructions. So the next thing we'll do then is give it a go.
Right, so in the bag I've got a Gorilla high pressure air tank. The high pressure air line and regulator are made by a company called Redline. They're all decent, solid quality gear that's been around for years. Let's do some shooting. 4, so. The FPS has been set from 300 to 310. We're just going to shoot it through the chrono to show you how stable it is. Remember, the readout is in meters a second. Very consistent. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're interested in the PolarStar setups, contact us on the contact us page on our website. All the details are on there.